Dirt roads to rock crawling, two-buck chuck to screaming eagle, moonshine to 50-year-old single malt. We talk about it all here on Wheelin' Wine and Whiskey with your hosts, Jason and Chris.
Welcome to Wheeling Wine and Whiskey, episode 112. Chris, we're at the home studio, sitting across from me, and Lorenzo is here.
Yeah, he looks great.
How you doing, Chris?
I'm doing great. I'm
oh my God.
Getting better now that I'm not on the freeway and I'm here.
It feels like it's been a while since we recorded. Has it? It hasn't.
It's been a whole week.
A whole week. A week from Wednesday. Yeah, look at this. Wednesday recording again. Life is busy on the weekends. Every weekend's book.
Every weekend.
So we're doing midweek podcast now. So, and apparently we got a message from Ultra4 Jones that our lackluster Ultra4 updates. And he said, I'm like, well, sorry, man. We're working. We're trying to keep up. The information's a little...
I'm not as enthusiastic as he'd like me to be. Apparently.
Yeah. So I'm like, if you don't like it, you can do it. So we're going to phone him in. He's going to do the Ultra4 update for Teardown for what? Tennessee.
Teardown for what? Tennessee.
So that's coming up in the podcast today.
How you doing, Ultra4 Jones?
Wow. There goes your ride in his car, in his new car.
Waiting. Love you, Kevin.
All right. Well, speaking of new cars.
Yes, sir.
How about Eric Wick's new bomber car that just went out on the interwebs here?
Holy moly, yeah.
From Bomber Fabs. Lawson posted it, of course, Amber, because she did a lot of welding out there.
A lot of the weld porn that's going on.
Yeah, so that's I like it, the white buggy. Woohoo! You should call that thing Betty White. There's a listener that has a Betty White. He's called Betty White.
Tacoma or the 4Runner?
Yeah, it's a Tacoma. So he's great too. I love that. That's an awesome name for a vehicle, Betty White.
He beat that thing up pretty good on the Bald Mountain Trail down there and near Shaver Lake and Huntington Reservoir.
God.
Anyway, back to the bomber fabrication.
A little hard on the beaver last night. I mean, Betty White last night. I mean, okay, let's move on.
Betty White, really? Wow.
What is she? 104?
Can't be more than 114.
She's great. Oh boy. There we go. A little.
You need a Snickers bar?
Blazing Saddles reference.
I think you're a little hangry.
So that's pretty freaking cool, man. That bomber chassis. I don't know what they cost, and it's one of those things that if you have to ask, you can't afford it. So I'm pretty sure I can't afford it.
I've got 100 and something grand poking around in my pocket.
Whoa! There it is. He's coming in high.
We need to take that shit away from you.
There's a sound effect for you, Chris.
God damn.
That was Eric Wiggs driving his new bomber buggy, man, down in Mexico.
It sounded like it had a wimpy engine in it. Man.
Oh shit. Anyways,
we got to get back to the hangar pretty soon and do some more shows over there.
Yes. Yeah, we do. We apparently we've got an open invitation now, so we can just drop in.
Well, yeah.
As long as we have beer.
We know people.
As long as we have beer.
Beer.
Yep. That's the key to life right there.
Coors Light, C-.
No.
Oh, it's Bud Light.
It's Bud Light. It's B-. B-. He's a step above us.
That's a better grade than C-.
Yeah,
right?
That's it. Yep. Whole grade better.
Nice.
So I got that shifter. I was talking about last podcast. I was going to order up one of those shifters from Austin there at Irate. He hooked me up with Sand Hollow Off Road.
Showed up.
So it showed up, dude. Like 3 days later.
Man.
From Hurricane, Utah.
I guess they know who you are.
I like saying Hurricane.
Hurricane.
It's spelled hurricane, but it's pronounced hurricane.
Well, I guess. What'd you just say?
Harry. Oh, okay. Sorry.
Negatives, Ghost Rider. Holy moly, we got to rein you in. I think you need a Snickers bar.
So I do need a Snickers bar. I need some dessert. That was great pizza tonight.
Yeah, it was.
So the shifter arrived, and it is Black Beauty. It's anodized black with blue accents on it, and it's got the reverse lockout pin.
Oh, uh-huh.
Brand new cable, instructions with pictures, so you don't even have to read.
Well, you don't know how to read. So
I know, so it's great. Even Lorenzo can help me out with this thing. It's pretty straightforward. So looking forward to getting that in the buggy. I'd like to be doing it this weekend, but I'm gone. I'm going to be up in Tahoe.
Well, this weekend coming up is July 4th.
It's 4th of July, so happy 4th of July, happy Independence Day, America.
Make sure you blow off your fireworks responsibly.
Yeah, don't blow off your fingers.
Don't do it.
Don't do it at all. Don't even fart.
Yeah, don't even fart.
Don't even think about farting in California right now. It's so damn dry. It's drier than a popcorn fart, actually.
Yeah, it's no bueno.
So when this airs, it will be on the 6th. So I hope you had if you're listening to this, congratulations, you survived 4th of July.
There you go.
You got that going for you.
And Jason's shifter knob is still not installed.
No, it won't be installed until, I don't know when. That's going to be a couple weeks. I got to get the buggy in the garage. I got a lot of other stuff going on. I mean, it is fucking ridiculous. I feel like I'm riding a unicycle, juggling balls while spinning plates at the same time.
I would figure chainsaws. But.
Yeah, no, it's ridiculous. So I need to figure this thing out. Yes. Why the applause?
Because you're juggling balls and spinning plates and riding a unicycle. That's pretty impressive.
Trying to keep people happy, and it's damn near impossible.
You could be a circus act.
I definitely can right now. Yeah. So, anyways, so that's up and coming. What do you got over there? You got some stuff brewing?
Well, you just kind of open the box about upgrades or working on rigs, and I posted something to the gram last weekend, I believe. I started tinkering around with my Jeep because I was bored, and I've had parts sitting in the garage for, basically since Christmas, and I wanted to start doing something. So I had purchased during the holidays. I purchased a new Fairlead from Factor 55, and I got one of the.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you posted that up.
Super sexy. Yeah, Factor 55 Fairlead, and I got a Freedom rope, new synthetic.
Yeah, that came with a soft shackle, right?
It did. Yeah, all that stuff. So I figured I got time. I'm bored, and it's not too hot, so I'm gonna go out in the garage and bang this out. So I, unwound,
spooled out the wire, the wire,
the old galvanized cable.
Yeah.
Got that all on the ground. And
What'd you do with that?
It's just sitting on the ground exactly where I left it.
Perfect.
I'll roll it up and zip tie it, and I'll figure out what I'm going to do.
Okay.
Somebody will want it. There's people out there that are purists that always want cable. I don't want that newfangled synthetic shit.
Yeah.
I'm getting old. That was me, actually.
I think that was you. I was going to say, you're going to call yourself. You want that wire cable?
Yeah, sure. What the hell? Anyway, so I undid the roller Fairlead that's on there because you can't use a roller Fairlead with a synthetic line.
Well, you can, but if it's been used with a wire line, you shouldn't.
So anyway,
F up your I was going to say, but F up your.
Well, we can use the F word here.
Can we?
Yeah, we have the explicit label.
Lorenzo's like cutting me off. He's like.
Well, he's
starting to step back into his role.
He is going to church now, so he's becoming.
Is he? Yeah. Donkey Church? Church of Ass?
He's
the Church of Ass.
He's probably going to.
That's called a strip club, Chris.
Oh shit!
When you tell your wife you're going to church on Sunday and you go to the strip club, the Church of Ass, that's a different
the confessional.
Church.
You can actually see what you're looking at. In the confessional.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah, you got it.
I'm doing it wrong.
You're doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong. Secret's out.
I'm going to hell.
Okay. Buy you a drink when you get there.
So anyway, so I pulled off the roller Fairlead and I was like getting ready to bolt it. It should have been an easy project. As anybody that follows me.
Yeah, pretty straightforward. A couple bolts on the Fairlead, and then unspool your line, undo that tiny little bolt that we had a podcast about on my ordeal with that, and then spool everything back in.
You're done, right?
Yeah. How'd that work out for you?
Yeah, not so good.
Wait, did you end up getting grinders out and torches and plasma cutters and shit?
I sat there and I'm like, God, I get, because I would have basically had to remove the winch plate to get in there and all that stuff because those bolts were going to be in the way. And
that's like, crazy.
This turns it. So anyway, I posted it to the IG and I tagged Factor 55.
Yeah, I saw that.
And they posted back, hey, thanks for your being a customer. Love your stuff.
Love you long time.
And if you had bought the offset one, you'd be bolting it right up. I'm like, well, that's a great goddamned idea. I wish I had known about that. So I went and pulled the trigger this morning, and I bought the offset Fairlead.
Okay.
So
So
hopefully
nice. So that's supposed to just bolt right up.
it should bolt right up.
Okay.
And then I'm going to run my synthetic line on there. So this will it's shipped. I got notification from Factory. I bought Factory Direct. It shipped today.
Yeah.
So today's Wednesday.
And who owns Factor 55 now?
Warren.
That's correct.
So that was the thing that's funny that I don't know if people picked up. I was bolting all this up to a Ramsey winch.
Oh, uh-huh.
I don't know. They're probably
I don't know. Whatever.
nuking.
They'll sell you parts of parts.
Parts of parts.
You should have called Austin at Irate.
Oh, shit. I didn't even think
Could
of
have
that.
got probably 50% discount from Warren. Big company.
Yeah.
God, Chris money. It doesn't matter. You just throw it out. It doesn't matter.
I may have bought other stuff too.
Oh, see? Just Chris money. Hashtag
Maybe.
Chris money.
But I'm not going to get into those details right now.
Wow. A little
So
tease.
I'm going to, when those parts show up, I'll finish this project up and I'll post pictures of all the new sexiness.
Okay. Looking forward to it.
Should be a new synthetic winch line from Freedom Rope,
Okay.
a new fancy offset winch fair lead, Haas fair lead from Factor 55, and I'll have my new thimble from Factor 55 bolted on or attached to the cable. It'll be sexy.
So what are you doing with the old Fairlead? Are you going to put that up on the old interwebs
I
there?
think,
or what?
yeah, we'll put it up for sale or do a giveaway or something.
Oh, wow.
Figure it
Look
out.
at you feeling generous.
I am feeling generous. And then
Give it away, give it away, give it away now.
Speaking, you and I kind of had a discussion off the air about my Fairlead that my Factor 55 Fairlead that I can't use.
Yeah.
I got an investment on that, so I think it's unused, never bolted up. I think we may do a giveaway.
Well, that's what I was referring to.
Yeah.
The roller Fairlead nobody wants.
No. The roller Fairlead's the one. No, this is the.
I know the Factor 55, brand new one that didn't bolt up.
That's a Haas Fairlead.
Yeah, Haas.
Haas.
Like Haas avocado.
Yeah, sort of. HAWSE.
Like Haas from Bonanza.
There you go. That's better. Hey, Haas. I think that's HOSS.
Exactly.
Anyway, we'll talk about that a little bit more. We'll figure out the details on it. We may come up with a giveaway for that. So,
Haas Hog from Dukes of Hazzard.
Boss Hog.
Oh, okay. Wow. Remember the that with what was the deputy's name?
Cletus?
No. Enos?
Enos.
There was Enos, and then, but who was it? It was a Roscoe Pico train.
P. Coltrane.
Good news, boss. We gonna get them Duke boys. Remember that? Remember that?
Oh, yeah. I remember.
We should have him call into the podcast,
I remember Daisy Duke.
Oh, yeah, Daisy Duke. And what was her real name?
Catherine Bach.
Exactly. Catherine Bach drove I
don't know.
Jeep.
Jeep, that's right.
What was it? What kind of Jeep was it?
Dixie.
Yeah, well, it was called Dixie.
Well,
but
CJ7, wasn't it? Or was it
think,
a 5?
I thought it was a 5.
I think it was a 7.
It was a badass Jeep.
It was a badass driving the badass Jeep.
Hey, and I heard your wife went through and did a little spring cleaning and got rid of all your Daisy Duke shorts. So I my hat's off and cheers to your wife for doing that.
Well, she sent them all to Filthy McJeffro, but
Is that what he's been wearing?
I thought he may be. I don't know.
Yeah, he was supposed to be on the podcast tonight, but he got busy overlanding and shit. So
I noticed
who knows?
He went radio silent
Whatever.
on his shorts. That's all I'm
Oh,
saying.
I know. It's we'll see. We'll see if we can get in on his busy schedule.
Yep.
In the future there.
That's right. Well, he is a busy guy. He's got, TV shows and all that stuff going on.
Oh, everybody busy. No, you busy too.
So the other thing, that's my Jeep update. And then the other thing, we're Lance owners and we're living the Lance life, hashtag Lance life and glamping.
I don't even know where my
stuff.
camper is right now.
I know. That shocked me last week when I showed up. I
hell is
said,
it?
something's wrong with your backyard. You have no camper
No camper.
anymore. I don't know you anymore. You're dead to me.
It's down at a neighbor's RV pad with a cover.
Whoa. So you're kind of hashtag Chris now.
It's super plush.
Wow.
Yeah.
My storage is air conditioned.
Well, I wouldn't doubt. Doesn't surprise me.
So I was standing, as we all know, you all probably know or figured out, I store my camper indoors at work. It's one of the perks of where I work at. We have a lot of space.
Yeah.
And anyway, I was giving my crew assignments one morning, and they're all standing next to my camper, and I was beep. And I start talking again, then beep.
Oh, yeah. There it is.
What the hell is that? And then my assistant's like, I think that's coming from your camper. It's like, no, the camper's off.
Yep.
Oh, there it
Yep.
is. So
I know what it
anyway,
is.
launched the crew, got them out on the course, opened the door to the camper, and sure as shit, the carbon monoxide alarm, propane sensor is squawking up a storm. And I'm like, well, the propane's off. It can't be carbon monoxide because nothing's happening.
Right.
So, but I guess it timed out. End of life. 5 years.
Yeah, that's typically it. They last 5 years.
60 months.
Yeah, there's some I don't know if it's a chemical or what that's in there that does wear out.
I think it's a
deplete.
radioactive.
It is.
Something.
It's radioactive. It's nuclear from Springfield. From Springfield, from The Simpsons. There, what was that?
Is that why my camper glows?
That's right.
Wow.
No, I don't know, but there is something, and a lot of people don't know you're supposed to replace them every 5 years.
Well, this doesn't give me a choice. It tells me.
Well, it's pissed off at you.
It's obnoxious.
Yeah, that's good. That's one of the newer ones. So and you get them on Amazon. So you can get the CO2 and LPG, the liquid propane gas combo for like $80 or something. Was it
like 93?
Yeah, they're not giving them away.
No.
But what's your life worth too?
Well, you got to have
where you go to bed and you don't wake up because you fucking CO2 poisoning.
Well,
unless you bring a canary into your camper.
Well, or you have 12 or 15 people in there and they're just breathing and you set it off. But I haven't had that problem yet.
Hashtag KOH 2019.
So that I ordered that from Tweeties, hashtag Tweeties.
Oh, good old Tweeties. Tweeties RV.
They had the best deal, so they sent. It arrived yesterday, so I'll.
That's an easy 2-wire hookup.
Yeah, it should be super simple.
Yeah, piece of cake. Four little bolts.
Won't be squawking anymore.
Wow, good for you. So and you're safe.
Thank God it didn't start squawking when I was camping up at Horse Gulch.
Oh, it's happened before. I've had to pull fuses.
So
yeah.
So that's my equipment update for our glamping and Jeep life.
Well, that's good. That's good. Nice.
If you own a Lance camp or if you own an RV of any kind,
any RV.
Make sure you check your CO2 carbon.
Yeah, and most of them, especially the older RVs, people buy them a used RV and they don't realize that sensor is way past its life expectancy. So there's your little pro tip: the more you know, the more you know. Yes, nice.
We're here to help. We're here to help.
Saving lives
every day.
One CO2 LPG CO. That's right.
Carbon
CO2 is
monoxide.
But carbon monoxide.
Not mono, the disease.
That's right.
Monoxide.
Right.
So,
Did you have mono when you were a kid?
Never got it.
No, never did I. No.
I got strep 3 times, but never mono. Thank God. So. Anyway.
Well, there you go.
So what do we got? Are we ready to talk to Ultra4 Jones?
Well, not quite yet.
Beam him in?
Not quite yet. I just got to give a quick update. I sent out that reel of the Deuce Coupes, the little Deuce Coupes. So went on this little car run with about 20 cars last weekend.
That's right.
To Copperopolis and Murphy's, California. And so pretty cool. But what was neat is we met down here in the Bay Area, not too far from your house there in Livermore.
Uh-huh.
And met up at a McDonald's there. And then so we all cruised out. So we had like 15 cars, 12, 15 cars with us at that point, heading up to Copperopolis. So, you get on those one-lane roads and going through the farmlands and stuff and stop signs. And so, you come to a four-way stop. Well, you got to let the cars go, So we're stopping. Well, people are waving us through.
Yeah, they all want to see the car.
But that's pretty freaking cool. But, and I've grew up in this street rod scene and stuff. And, of course, people are like, whoa, never seen that car before. And that's cool. But it was cool to see people just like wave you through and like, no, keep up, keep your group together.
Well, they were Fords. They wanted to make sure they didn't stall.
Right. Even though most of them have Chevy engines, but that's a whole nother deal. So yeah. And then, you come into these small towns, like when we were cruising through Murphy and stuff, it's just so cool. People, just it brings a smile to their face and it's pretty cool. But I was amazed at this day and age how many people stopped and just like, no, go. And I'm like, no, you go. No, go. So that was kind of cool.
Nice.
But, met some cool people. Of course, there was a bunch of old friends there as well that I hadn't seen pre-pandemic, was the last time I saw them, and met up with a Top Fuel funny car driver.
Nice.
Wouldn't even know it talking to the guy. And then once you could kind of get to know him, then you can kind of see he's an adrenaline junkie, obviously. But some cool stuff.
Nice.
Beautiful cars and just good people just
They're
hanging
all
out.
there rubbing their cars with diapers.
Not so much, I mean, they were all, polished before. Like I spent the whole week cleaning all the stainless and chrome and everything on my dad's car, and it was like, holy
pretty dirty
crap.
diapers in there.
Man, I ruined some towels. I'll tell you, they just were pure black. It was long overdue, so it was good. Got everything polished up. Got the paint. Got a good coat of wax on the paint, and she ran good, man. May or may not have been up to about upwards of 9,500 miles an hour just to see how things were holding up, and she did. It's a runner, man. That car got up to 175 degrees tops and all that heat.
Wow.
Yeah.
How's the air conditioning? Good?
Very good. You open up the vents, and then, of course, there's no windows, so, just off she goes. It's very nice.
It's like a Jeep, only not.
Yeah.
Only hugging the ground.
It's like a go-kart. It drives like a go-kart. If you've ever driven a go-kart, that's what it's like driving a 32. And, very lightweight and nimble and quick because they are light. But, man. Anyway, so it was fun.
Nice.
So
well, that's cool. Yeah, I know it was high. I know the weather was warm, and
like 95 degrees, 98 degrees.
But you were up there in Copperopolis is where the main gig
activities.
was, right?
That's a cool little town. So anybody that's like heading up to Slick Rock, like we did our adopted trail and stuff.
Yeah.
And they got the Shell station there, and then but they just
They have an ice cream shop too.
Oh, good ice cream shop. And then the restaurants. There's a great barbecue place, which we've eaten at before, Griff's.
Okay.
You haven't? Oh, we've stopped there before. Oh, that's right. You don't go four-wheeling. So when we've stopped there coming back four-wheeling from up north there, there's Baldy's, there's Griff's, and I mean, just good restaurants and a great town. And there's a lot of hot rodders up there. So people were coming in. They had a concert Saturday night. So I think every Saturday night they have some sort of, concert. No, at Copperopolis.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, right there in that town. And, you got kind of the town square in the center there. And it was freaking awesome.
Yeah, it's like out in the middle of nowhere. You drive about 20 miles from Farmington.
Well, you're by the lakes. There's some good water ski lakes there,
Sure.
Lake Tulloch and New Melones and stuff. So is it New Melones? I think it is New Melones. No?
Yeah.
I think so. I don't know. Maybe not.
Anyways,
there's large bodies of water.
Well, it's a stop. It's a stop off point if you're heading out, because then you get after Copperopolis, you're heading to Angels Camp's your next stop.
Right.
But you go through those twisties, about a few miles up the road, you spend 5 or 6 miles driving through, the nice little twisty section of Highway 4, which when you're when you have a heavy camper and you're towing a Jeep, it's a little tedious. But
we were going to go to Hinter House, but we ran out of time. I wanted to head back up there because you're only allowed to buy 3 bottles at a time. So I wanted to get some more vodka and some of that.
Are you already out?
No, I still have some, but I was just, wanted to stock up just for emergencies.
Well, I know you've had some earthquakes here. So
I say, I keep my feathers numbered for just such an emergency. All right. Should we call Kevin Jones?
Let's give Kevin a call. So
Let's
you had a
see
good time with that run. That's cool.
It was very cool. Very cool. Wow. What's up with the laugh track? It just doesn't, you gotta,
I don't know.
You gotta figure out your shit is what you gotta do. All right. Here we go. Well, Chris, let's get into race results. So as promised, we're gonna call Kevin Jones.
Well, he's on the line.
Well, yeah, I know. I was just we were gonna call him, and we called him.
Yeah.
So, Kevin Jones, are you there?
Come out of the green room.
Ultra4 Jones.
I'm here.
How was the green room? Did they treat you okay in the Wheeling Wine and Whiskey Studio? Did Lorenzo take care of you? Keep your glass full?
He drank it all before I got there.
He's not supposed to do that.
That's pretty typical. He's not supposed to be drinking right now.
He's not supposed to do that.
Oh, shit. So, welcome.
Thanks.
It's been a while since you've been on the podcast. Now Amber's going to be even more jealous because you're inching ahead again.
Are they keeping count?
I gotta stay ahead of her.
Yeah, there's a little private battle between Ultra4 Jones and Amber Turner there. Who gets the most airtime on Wheeling Wine and Whiskey.
If we see Kevin Jones strap a tent to the top of his race car, then we know game on.
That's right. She's an overlander now. Did you see that?
Yeah, I did see that. Where's she going?
No, it's just a photo shoot.
Uh,
There's a long story behind that. The short version is it was sitting in the driveway next to her rig, and that just went on top. But it's not.
Nice.
It's just for a photo shoot.
Not attached.
I was thinking that's the last thing she needs. She's tippy
God.
enough.
Yeah, no.
She doesn't need any help flipping over.
No, although that would soften the landing, though, at Trail Hero because you got your
That's
sleeping
true.
bags and shit up there. So that might be something to consider, Amber. Anyways, let's get into Ultra4. Teardown for what? Tennessee. Teardown in Tennessee. What do you got for us? This is like on the scene live reporter. I love this. Yeah, get the helicopter sound. You're going live. Ultra4 Jones.
Ultra4 Jones and the Wheeling Wine and Whiskey helicopter.
Watch out, Lorenzo's flying.
Oh shit, you're dead.
Yeah. All right. Without further ado, we're going to be quiet now.
All right. No, I thought it'd be kind of fun. I talk to a handful of these racers on a regular basis, so I thought maybe I could add a little bit of insider knowledge, with the results, and maybe make it a little bit more interesting for everybody.
Absolutely, and you are the IG media mogul too.
That's
so,
right.
as we self-declared,
I'm far more social online than I am in person, I think. But
hey, you keep pouring that slow distiller there. That's that you'll get more and more friends.
That's right.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
All right.
Okay, so we'll start with stock class then. How's that sound?
Stock,
Perfect.
yes.
All right, 4,600, third place, John Schaefer. He's normally top of the box kind of guy, but he had some trouble.
Okay.
I wasn't able to get any details on what exactly ruined his day, but he still got a third there. Second place, Anthony Vanoy. And then really proud of first place, Tyler Haggard.
Cool.
He'd been fighting New Car Blues for about the last year, and this is his very first win. And he's racing a 2006 LJ.
Good for him.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Yep. So really, really stoked for Tyler that he was able to get the car all sorted out and have a good day and get a win.
Good for
That's
him.
awesome.
Cool.
Yeah. Then in the 4,500 modified class, third place is the Beast from the East, Dwayne Garrettson.
Oh yeah, Dwayne.
Yeah, always does good back there. Cody St. Clair got second, and then Jesse Oliver got first.
Right.
The 45-17. I think you guys probably saw the footage. He tossed a rock off his front tire and took out his drone.
Took out the drone.
That was badass. I saw it happen live. That was cool.
That made for some pretty cool coverage there.
That was amazing.
Yeah, I feel like you should get some sort of bonus for that. If you get to take out one of the drones.
Yeah, like what's that? 1,000,001 shot?
Yeah.
Yeah, the drones were going crazy. A lot of drone crashes. A lot of drones were taken out by. Well, one drone was taken out by a rock at least. So
that was that one. Yeah.
Yeah, that was cool.
That's so crazy.
And then 4,800, my class. Not on the podium, but I wanted to give him kind of an honorable mention. 12th place was James Panzella, car number 28.
Yeah.
Been chatting with that guy a lot. It was his third race ever. He was able to get a finish in. So
wow, that's great.
Kind of proud of him. Yeah, proud of him for just sticking with this really brutal hobby and getting the car across the finish line. So
for sure.
stoked for James on that.
No doubt.
Yeah. And then Casey Gilbert came in third.
Yep.
He's usually a top of the box guy, but I know he had some flat tires, and I'm not sure what else affected his day. But and then second was driver record was George Schooley, but
right.
He always races with his daughter Cameron, but he's got a medical condition with his heart. They're trying to figure out AFib. So he had a stand-in driver, Casey Ryan, and kind of a cool story because Casey had never been in the car. They hadn't met the guy. They just made a bunch of phone calls to see if anybody could drive the car. And I think Eric Miller made the connection for him.
Good.
And this guy left work and drove 4 hours and didn't qualify, didn't see the course, and jumped in the car with George's daughter Cameron, and they got a second place finish.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, guy's a ringer, I guess.
Wow.
I know they
Maybe
didn't.
that or beginner's luck.
They didn't call Jason.
Yeah. I think he's done some co-driving for Casey Gilbert. So
Okay.
There you go.
Yeah,
he's definitely been in a Miller car and definitely seen what it takes.
Yeah, because I've got no missed calls here on my phone looking at it right now. I don't know. Just saying.
That's right.
And then first place, Chris May in the 725. It was his first win ever in that car.
Cool.
That was a 4,400 car that he dropped to 48, I believe, this year at KOH. And then also really cool and really fun is they did a Razor 170 race.
Yes.
And his daughter won it.
Yeah.
And so
they had the kids. That's right.
They had the kids race. So his daughter, Hurricane Raleigh May, won
What
the
a name.
Yeah.
Dude, that was super cool. I watched that race. That was cool.
Right. So it was a really proud moment for him that he got to win his first race and his daughter won her first race. So
Right on.
pretty cool. Yeah,
Absolutely.
I hope Ultra4 kind of keeps that up and brings maybe in some more kid racing and stuff.
Right.
Well, they could do the short course at KOH with that. That'd be a whole lot of fun.
Yep.
I mean,
Yep. Yeah. A lot more justification for those of us with families, to kind of say it's a whole family activity.
Right,
Exactly.
right. Justify it.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Cool.
And then big boy class 4,400. So I had guessed that Eric Miller would be top of the box and then Blyler, but I had it kind of backwards. So Josh Blyler won.
Yep.
And then the big kind of cool thing there that I was proud of was Cade Rod in his 4,800 car.
That was cool.
He threw some 39-inch tires on his Legend car and ran it in 4,400.
No
qualified,
kidding. Yeah.
Yeah, qualified first.
He was the pole.
Yeah, pole qualifier, and then finished second in the race. So that's super, super cool, and stoked for Cade on that.
He ran a clean race. I mean, I watched it from beginning to end, and I was like, Jesus. I mean, obviously, a lot of the coverage was in the forest. You didn't see everything, but, his times were great throughout the whole thing, and it was a constant battle between him and Josh all day long. It was great.
Yep. Yeah. Epic race there for him. He's really proud of that. And honestly, if he moves up a class and makes more room for me on the box, I wouldn't be all that upset about that.
There you go.
Perfect.
So maybe he'll be 4,400 next year. Obviously, that car can get it done.
Yeah.
So, pretty cool.
Yeah,
and then Eric Miller rounded out the box in third. I know he had some flat tires, but that's about it. And then the one that kind of you guys called was, I think a lot of people had Bailey Cole predicted to win the thing, and
Just
turns
coming
out
off a win.
He didn't even start the race.
Didn't even start.
So,
well, he had issues. He had issues just getting there, from what I was reading.
Yeah.
The RV had issues, and then I don't know. It was probably a Dodge RV or something that they couldn't even get to the racetrack, and then he lost it. He lost a motor.
You goddamn Ford
Like
guys.
usually when you say, "Oh, he lost a motor," it's like a blown
figurative.
motor.
Yeah, that's like a figurative statement.
Figuratively, lost a motor.
So they after qualifying, they realized they had some major motor problems, and most of those teams of that caliber would switch to their spare motor, but instead Bailey's spare motor had fallen out of the back of his chase truck the night before. So I think it suffered irreparable damage, and
unbelievable.
So they had a team, the MWAC team, the 416 car, Monkey with a Knife.
Yeah, Monkey with a Knife guys.
Yeah.
They offered to let Bailey race their car so that he could earn points, but the rules actually state that you have to race whatever car you qualified in.
Sure.
So Bailey ended up sitting the race out and spectated and helped some other guys, and
he helped them out. Yeah.
He spent a little bit of time in the booth with Miles too. I heard so, but not a lot.
Wow. That's crazy.
I think he'll have enough points by the time they throw out a race or whatnot. I think he's still looking okay championship wise. So
is he planning on racing at Sturgis?
I think he's racing everything.
Okay.
Yeah, they committed to every race.
Right on. Right on.
Yeah.
Any other inside stuff?
Pretty cool race. That's pretty much most of what I gathered talking to people. But what'd you guys see?
I didn't see anything.
No, I thought I thought the race was awesome. I mean, the drone coverage was on point this year, other than the crashes and the rocks. But
yeah, but that made it exciting.
It did. I mean, it's like you'd see a drone, and they got super close to these cars when they were coming out of that rock area, when they'd come down that steep rock slope, and then they make that hard right turn, and they'd have to avoid that tree. And the drone was like coming down, like, as you probably have when you were in the King of the Hammers, having this drone like fly right by your window. It's like, what the hell?
Yeah.
So
yeah, we actually we got a different perspective of the drones in San Felipe. So I remember we were sitting staged at the start line, getting ready to go, and I don't remember if it was qualifying or the race, but that's where the drone pilots were, and they had an easy up, and they had kind of like a little helipad that they would land them on, and they had all their battery chargers lined up and everything like that. And it was really funny to watch these guys, because they're just sitting in a camping chair with their goggles on, and each one would fly for a battery or worth of flight time, and then he'd land his on the helipad, and the next guy would throw his goggles on and hop in the chair and then fly his around and stuff. So it's kind of an interesting
strenuous
take,
work.
but. Yeah,
those video games did pay off.
yeah. These, now these kids are making a job of it, and I'm sure their parents were telling them to get off that video game when they were kids. So,
yep. Now look at me now, Mom. Look at me now, Dad. I'm a drone pilot at Ultra4 Racing, and I'm killing it. Awesome.
No. Well, we were watching that at KOH, right?
Yeah.
And Dusty Drone, one of our buddies there, he's got that badass. I don't even know if you call it a Baja bug. I mean, that thing's like Ultra 4 bug, I'm going to call it. But yeah, walked into his trailer, it's McKenzie's dad, and was checking it out. And I'm like, oh my God, this thing's all set up. He's got his charging station and all the
workbench. And
I was like, wow, that's cool. So, I don't know if it was one of his drones that got taken out or not. He posted it on his page, but I don't know if it was his drone that got.
There were quite a few drone pilots flying around. So it was good stuff. Good coverage. The one thing I will say that was, and maybe it's not very exciting for the viewers, but they didn't really spend a whole lot of time showing cars up in that short track section just before the start finish line. When they come out of the woods and they race up go through the rock garden. I mean, they didn't. Practically zero coverage of that, and I know it's probably dusty and boring, but I like to see the high speed stuff too. That's kind of fun.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'm super stoked that they can even put together any sort of live coverage, and that they've got a program. But I think a lot of us that race and or spectate, I think we see so much more potential in what they could do. So I hope they get a lot of, constructive feedback from how they do the coverage, and they just continue to improve it for all our sakes, for the racers and spectators. And, it's just going to help build the sport and draw in more sponsors.
Yeah, it's growing leaps and bounds, man, every day.
Well, I mean, the certainly growing, and the coverage from last year, COVID year, with a full shutdown versus the coverage this year, it was, I don't know, how do you put a number to it, but I would say the coverage was 100% better. Maybe that's exaggerating, but it was definitely better. I will, the other thing too is interesting, and maybe you have some insight into it. A lot of there was a good field, don't get me wrong, but some of the big names weren't there at all. And, it was kind of like you didn't see the Campbells at all. They were there last year. Levi Shirley was there. He wasn't there. Yeah. Lauren Healy
you got to keep in mind that when they do west, north, and east, you've got guys that are selectively picking regional races because that's the championship they're after.
Right.
And they're just trying a different strategy. I know Cade, he didn't do so good. His west points weren't looking so good, so that's why he skipped San Felipe altogether, and I think why he decided to try 4,400 back east. Okay. Because it's just I didn't have a shot at west, so I maybe make this a year of learning.
Change it up, yeah.
Sure, so I don't think I think the Campbells are a little more west based now, and I think Levi's still kind of sorting some stuff out, so I think he's sitting a couple races out.
Yeah.
Yeah, no doubt. There's definitely circumstances working with Levi at this point. So,
Mm-hmm.
but like I said, it was just last year there were quite a few big names there, and I don't know if it was just cabin fever for them, and they really just wanted to get out because that looked like it was going to be the only race that was going to happen beyond what went down in Oklahoma for the Nationals. But
right,
it was still a great race, and I'm really happy for all the finishers and podium.
Yeah,
guys.
yeah.
Good stuff.
And you talked about last episode, I think it was, you talked about the Montana race and kind of made, poked a little bit of fun at the lack of attendance, and that one actually wasn't an official Ultra 4 race. They kind of tagged on to a race series that takes place up there.
Okay.
So if you notice and you looked at like the trophies weren't the typical laser nut trophies because they were just there in conjunction with another race series.
Okay, well, that explains a lot. So I'll dig into that one a little bit more. But yeah, maybe I shouldn't have done that. But
no, it's I don't know what that organization. It's like Yora or something, but it wasn't technically an Ultra 4 race. So I think it didn't attract a lot of the same clientele, so to speak.
So got questions from our listeners of any details that you could provide with your new car, because it's people are calling me and I'm like I know nothing.
Oh my gosh!
Inquiry minds want to know. Kevin.
Want to know? Yeah, it's killing me.
Is there anything you can tell us? Other than it's in construction right now, right?
Yeah. So it's currently the more you know. It's currently in the infancy of construction right now. Subframe is going together, and we had to take a slight tactical pause because we're waiting to get my current car to the builder, so that we could finalize some dimensions. Because this isn't a car that a lot of people keep asking me if it's a chassis that they've heard of before, and that's one thing I can tell you is you probably haven't.
Right.
So, and that's not to say we're reinventing the wheel here, that we're trying to break from the mold, but I'm just trying to be an individual and trying to do something that I think is going to work good for me. I've developed an opinion on how my car should be, and this builder's paying attention to what I want.
Yeah, that's cool. That's very cool.
But yeah, I finally got my car up there last weekend, and we got all those dimensions taken care of. Some of it is so that I can cross over and carry some parts over and make sure that they fit in the chassis, and then some are dimensions that I want to mimic, and then some are some dimensions that I want to make sure I don't mimic.
Right.
So I threw it up on my IG a couple days ago, just some little teaser stuff that the overall length of the car is actually going to be 16 inches shorter, but somehow the wheelbase is going to be longer. 6 to 8 inches longer.
Yeah.
Chassis will be about 6 inches wider, and then there's a lot of intangibles like center of gravity, and that's kind of a big one. So I think this new car is going to be considerably lower center of gravity.
Well, there's a very important thing you need to consider too.
Okay.
What's that?
It needs to fit my fat ass in there.
Yeah, you and that tall freakishly tall dude on the other podcast. I can't remember his name.
Tyler?
No.
Yeah, that one.
Oh, him?
Yeah, he claims he wants a ride, and he can't fit in my little tiny car right now.
Oh, jeez. He would shit his pants.
Well, we're all looking forward to seeing the final product. What's the timeline look like?
Yeah, is this going to be like the Bronco reveal? Is it going to be like 3, 4, or 5 years after when it's supposed to?
Well,
or what do you think?
that's how you build hype, right? No, I should have the chassis in my hands completed in a couple months.
Wow.
Let's say 3 months. And then, so I have until then to basically shred my car and then try and just do stuff like get the engine rebuilt and, get parts organized and sell parts that I'm not using and things like that. So
Okay.
So your goal is to be on the lake bed for KOH 2022.
I am going to reset the countdown timer for KOH 2022, and then I'm going to absolutely give it hell. And it's going to take things outside my control to keep me from being there.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Well, if you need any help, we can rally troops.
Yeah, we could be down there in 3 hours.
All right, Chris can supervise and Jason
he can supervise again. Yeah, I don't even know. Did he pour us like open any beers for us or anything?
Yeah,
I don't remember any of that.
I kept drinks
assistant.
Going. I poured drinks for you all
once.
day.
Oh, you did. You did make a Jack and Coke.
I offered Kevin all day, but he's like, no, I'm being good. I'm being good.
Yeah, he did a little bit. He makes a good bar bitch.
Yeah.
Wow. We'll bring Lorenzo. He can drink all.
Yeah.
The
now
too.
that Lorenzo's back.
Nice.
Right on.
Well, hey, that's awesome, man. Well, thank you for the update. I love the insider insight here.
It's fun to get a glimpse inside. Make things get a little bit of backstory with some of the racers and how their days went.
Yeah, for sure. That's great.
Stories,
yeah, because you're definitely. I don't know how you do it, but you're all over that IG there, the gram, and keeping it up. So stay on the line. Chris has got a parting gift for you, and we'll get your bank account so we can deposit the check. And thanks.
Right on.
Thanks for playing.
Don't hold your breath.
All right.
Right on,
Thanks,
Kevin.
guys.
All right, Ultra4 Jones right there, live in the Heezy, baby. Woo! Thanks, Kevin.
All right.
All right.
Have a good night, guys.
Good night. And he gone.
All right. Well, that was good. Good update. And great information. I mean, and how cool is that story? I wanted to bring it up if he didn't bring it up about the about Chris May's daughter, banging it out in the kid class. That was super cool. I mean, I watched that race from beginning to end. I had like, I don't know, 5 or 6 cars lined up side by side. It was
crazy.
Quick start.
Yeah, hot start.
And then they just ran. Man, these kids are they got no F's to give, man.
No.
They just go out there and just never lift,
That's awesome. That's so good.
Good stuff. So, I mean, these kids are just having great memories, racing around these little
what a blast.
sides,
yeah.
Just tearing it up. So good stuff. So next race I guess is Sturgis. I don't know if is that official and legit race?
I think so. As far as I know.
Okay. Well, I don't have any details on that.
No, we'll find out. We'll get Kevin Jones. If people like that segment, let us know. Drop us a line there, email.
Yep.
Or hit us up on the DM.
They can call too.
You can call. Yeah. What's that phone number, Chris?
408.
Yep.
800.
Yep.
5169.
5169. Yep. 800. 408 800. 5169. That's correct. I wonder if we got any phone calls. I haven't even checked. Let's check if. Let's see here.
Some of these phone calls have been great.
Let's go into
all the phone calls have been great.
Oh, it's been great the way those last ones. I do have one here.
Do you?
814 area code.
You haven't listened to it?
I haven't listened to it at all. You ready?
This could be bad.
Let's see what happens.
We're going live.
We're going in. Okay. I don't know. I honestly have not listened to this one.
Hey, so this is me. I'm driving around right now in the Ford, the big turd going around. And did I just hear Chris say that he got you a road gift? Really? A road gift? Is that like a roadie?
Road
I don't know. It just seems weird hearing one dude tell another dude that he's getting him a road gift.
I don't know.
Usually that's not something a dude tells another dude, but hey, no judgment. It's all cool. We're all God's children, and you guys do your thing, and it all makes sense now why you guys share campers when we're out camping. So it's all about that hashtag Lance life. That's cool. No judgment, man.
All right.
Anyways, thought I'd call and give you a hard time.
Yeah.
Talk to you guys later. Bye.
We have no idea
road
what
gift.
the fuck you're talking about.
The fuck is he talking about?
I don't know.
Yeah, I have to call him.
Maybe. Get him on the
Tyler.
show. Call him right now.
That was pretty weak. Should we call him?
Call him right now. Write me out.
Call him?
Write me out.
I guarantee he will not answer. I'm gonna go because he talks. He gives us shit for being old men.
Right, meow.
But dude, he eats dinner at like 6:30, and after that, you can never get a hold of him. But we're gonna go ahead and call him. It's what time is it? Our time? It's 7:45.
Well, it's the same time for him too.
I know, but it's 7:45. I'm just putting a time reference on here. He ain't answering. I got $100 right now. He ain't answering. He ain't answering.
He gone. Wow.
It's going to go to his voicemail.
Maybe
Hi, you reached Tyler. I'm on the court or in a meeting right now.
playing with my fuzzy balls.
Hey, you reached Tyler Larson. I'm not able to answer my phone at the moment. I'm either on the court doing some kind of venerated meeting.
Heard that message
please
before.
leave me a voicemail with what you're calling about, and as well as a return phone number, and I will call you back as soon as possible. Thanks, and have a great day.
It's 7:45 on a Wednesday night. You're not on the fucking court. You're not in a meeting. Answer your damn phone.
He's making babies.
Oh, you think so?
Maybe.
Ooh. Hey, so we want to know what you're talking about. You just listen to this message. We don't need no sticky badges. There's a road gift. We don't even know what you're talking about.
We have no idea.
Whatever. Hashtag jealous, whatever. Just
Hashtag
Lance Life is where it's at.
Snail trails.
Yeah.
Got no clue.
Yeah.
I don't know. Whatever.
It's all good. When's your partner coming back from
Never.
And that's all going to change now that he's a married man.
Why would you come back from Yosemite?
No, well, he's already back from Yosemite, but he's on his honeymoon now in an undisclosed location that required a passport. I will leave it at that.
Oh, they went to Antarctica.
No, they didn't. He already played with the Penguins once. So, anyways, what else can we leave on his voicemail
Is that
here?
a euphemism for something?
A euphemism?
For playing with the Penguins?
Or blowing a seal
I don't know.
in Antarctica?
You're on the show anyway.
Okay. Well, no, your voicemail's on the show. And that's all we got. I don't know what else to say other than hashtag Ford's rule, hashtag Toyota suck. Over.
All right. Well, you missed out on that one, Tyler. And hopefully Jimmy's enjoying his honeymoon in an undisclosed location.
Yes. Go
And,
Jimmy and the assistant.
Yeah. Congratulations. In case you didn't, if our listeners listen to Snail Trail,
They already know.
they know he got hitched at Yosemite at Glacier Point.
Yeah. Beautiful
last
spot.
weekend. Oh, it's gorgeous up there. Absolutely gorgeous. If you've never been up to Glacier Point for sunrise, you should really do that. That's pretty epic.
Yeah, we've done that a few times. And sunset.
Yeah, I've never been there for sunset.
Yeah, we've done sunset up there. And then there's the, what is that, 4 Mile Trail, they call it?
Yeah, I think it's 4 Mile Trail. Yeah.
So we rode up there, which takes like a good hour and a half from the valley floor.
In the car, yeah.
Hour and a half plus.
Yeah, at least an hour. Yeah.
And we got up there and we did the, sunrise morning, Good Morning America up there. And then some of us hiked down the 4 Mile Trail, which was great because 4 miles downhill is way better than 4 miles uphill.
Yeah, I'd have been dead.
And hike back to camp. So that was kind of a fun deal. There's a lot of great little hikes in
drove back?
Yosemite. Well, I don't know. We had people, and a group of us were, it was probably drunk, bourbon-fired conversation around the campfire that, it's like, hey, why don't we just grab the backpacks and we'll get a ride up there and then we'll just hike back to camp. Well, that was all fine and dandy till, they dropped us off and they drove away. And
you're committed at that point.
So you are fully committed.
As long as you got enough Bloody Mary, what the hell?
And hiked on down, which, downhill. And then you get to the valley floor and then it's like, oh shit, our campground's way over there.
It's not, but it's not too bad. I mean, you could have jumped and you'd been there a lot faster.
True. That would have been the quick way down. Don't know sure what the result would have been, but
wouldn't have been good. Wouldn't have been good.
So, anyways, that's the Glacier Point. We've had a lot of great times up at Glacier Point.
Yep, for sure. And Jimmy got married there, so congratulations to him and the assistant. That's awesome.
Yeah,
good times. All right, so you got anything else?
I've got everything checked off on my list here. I got a rant for the patrons. You're supposed to edit those and get those out to the patrons.
Oh yeah. So speaking of patrons,
what about patrons?
Where's my? Hold on, I gotta find my shit here.
Hold on.
Okay, so patrons. So yeah, we have new content coming. I know we've been promising, and Snail Boys called us out on the drunk Meadow Lake episode that's been in the can for almost a year. It's been collecting dust, and actually, it's been repelling dust. It's very well preserved.
Yes.
The amount of alcohol that I can actually, when I played that episode back recently, I could still smell the alcohol wafting off of it. Smelled like Fireball.
That doesn't surprise me.
So anyway, I started editing it a little bit, and that's going to go live.
I got a rant too that's supposed to go live.
Yep, I'm going to have. There's going to be some new content.
A lot of shit.
A lot of stuff coming up for the patrons. So if you're not a patron,
get Lorenzo to help out.
Oh, Lorenzo is useless. Useless. So,
damn ass.
For our patrons, we love you guys and gals. You've been fantastic supporting the show. New content is coming, so your patience is much appreciated.
Yeah,
and so look forward to that coming out very shortly. And then, like I said, we have some new rants. We've got that happening. If you're not a patron, you can go to our webpage, www.wheelingwineandwhiskey.com.
That's right.
And you can find all of our episodes there. You can find our merch there. You can find a link to our Patreon if you decide you want to support the show.
Oh, wait.
What do you got? Wow.
We got a newsflash here.
Fresh off the press.
I got a phone call from Johnny.
Oh, boy. Dirtbag.
Mega Ultra koozies have landed in the stateside.
Ooh, are they on the website now?
Nope.
Not yet.
They will be here shortly, but we did receive shipment. So the Dirtbag, Wheeling Wine and Whiskey, Snail Armor, and more flate. All of those have landed, ultra mega koozies, and we have tested these things. Johnny sent me a picture today.
Yep.
With a can in the koozie, and then a liter of cola on top of it, and then a water bottle on top of that. So
a liter of cola.
Yeah, liter of cola. So it will stick to anything that's not Bondo ridden on your rig.
Anything that's Ferris.
Yeah.
Not Ferris Bueller.
Yeah, not Ferris Bueller. Wow.
Yeah.
Just like walk-in, cooler, but much cooler. Walk-in freezer, but much cooler. Okay, so anyways, look for those soon on the website, and we're not going to be able to hand these out for free like that. We have some of the second edition, which are still good.
Oh yeah.
But if you want the ultra mega, you're going to have to pay, because these things come at a price, and it took us 3 renditions
to
get here,
so.
And but we're here, we're there, we made it.
Well, it's soon, yeah, absolutely. So keep an eye on the website for that.
All right,
the merch link, and going back to support the.
That was the end of that live report. Thank you for reporting, Jason Green on the scene.
I don't know where I was when you interrupted.
Sorry, totally.
Anyway, yeah, we appreciate your support.
Patrons, yes. How to become a patron.
You're not required to be a patron, but we definitely would appreciate the support if you decide to
no, but Chris will come knocking on your door like the Jehovah Witness.
That's right. And if your credit card doesn't work, I will come looking for you.
Would you like to extend your car warranty?
It's not. Jesus.
Have you heard about our Lord Savior?
Yes, all of those things.
Are you a member of the Patreon page of Wheeling Wine and Whiskey?
You better be. We're not leaving until you are. No, again, your support would be appreciated, but it's not required. The shows are free, and they'll always be free.
Again, just like Bartles and James. Thank you for your support. It's been great, and our following has been freaking outstanding, overwhelming. I can't believe how far this podcast has come, and that we've got some people that are throwing their hard-earned cash at us, afforded us this great technology here with a bunch of buttons that Chris is still learning how to use. So there you go.
Can't handle the
Torx. That sticker is coming out soon too. That is my next mission.
Yeehaw!
Hey, we're gonna have a booth at Sierra Trek.
That's correct.
So Cal 4 Wheel, Sierra Trek. For those of you that are on the West Coast,
the best coast, and so it's up there at our place we've talked about before, Meadow Lake,
and you can look it up at cal4wheel.com.
It's a secret place.
Yeah, and that's the association that Austin just ran that killer membership drive for 100 new members. Boom,
That's right.
like that.
I rate 4x4.
I rate 4x4, and so handed out 100 shirts and stickers, and pretty freaking cool deal. But anyways, check it out, cal4wheel.com. I was at the Zoom meeting. They had a live meeting with Zoom, and the office is in Sacramento.
Right.
And I was on the Zoom at home cooking dinner and eating dinner, and it was like a freaking 3-hour meeting. But anyways, Tyler was there too.
Like a 3-hour tour.
Yeah, Tyler was there too. But anyways, it is coming together, and I know one run is like sold out. I can't remember which one. Don't quote me, so I'm not even going to say. But there's still runs open, and it's everything from mild to wild. And the Fordyce Creek Trail, if you start that trail at the beginning at Eagle Lakes down there on Highway 80 and end up at Meadow Lake, you have mastered four-wheeling. It is freaking badass tough
Winning.
trail. Yeah. So check it out. Even if you just go up there and camp, if you're one of the 4 overlanders that listen to our podcast and go, you know what, I don't want to do any of this four-wheeling shit, but I love to camp. Pull out my Scottle and the Batwing canopy and
my pop-up tent or rooftop tent.
Yeah, shine up the traction boards and come on in.
Woohoo!
It is cool. It is really, really a cool event, and they're going to have vendors there. We're going to be there with a booth.
Yep.
So that's what I was saying with Johnny. Dirtbag Johnny is going to be there, so we're sharing a booth with him. So
we might even have some merch for sale.
Johnny's going to have his big zips for sale. Some swag on his end. Of course, we'll have some of our swag. It's going to be fun. Going to be a good event. I'm emceeing the event Saturday night. So that'll be interesting. See how that goes. I got to try and stay somewhat sober.
Right.
Yeah. So that's going to be good. I'm usually one of the drunk guys on the side heckling, so this is going to be interesting.
I'll see if I can stay sober so when I win my winch. Oh wait.
Oh yeah, that's great. So, anyways, check that out. Cal 4-Wheel Sierra Trek 2021, and the dates for that, Chris, is the second weekend in August, right?
That's
second weekend in August, which is going to be the 12th. It starts on the 12th. There's some runs on the 12th, which is Thursday.
Right.
13th Friday, 14th Saturday, and then things wrap up Sunday morning. They'll send you out with there's meals that are all provided there.
Breakfast and dinner.
Yep, good meals. They have a snack bar there. Of course, they got a bar. They got a DJ
live music
on Thursday night, and then live music Friday and Saturday night. All these different trails. They got games in camp there.
That's right. For that stuff for the kids too.
And kids stuff. And then of course the vendor show. So
there's a kids raffle. There's a grown-up raffle. There's, all sorts of stuff. So
nice.
Good times. Good. Absolutely great. And it's amazing because you've never been up there. It's Summit City, right? And
what used to be a huge mining town.
And
pop-up mining town.
And so if you look up Summit City and on Wikipedia, you'll get a whole bunch of history.
Oh, really?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But with this place there's nothing there. And then all of a sudden for this weekend, there's 1,000 people plus there.
Right.
And Jason was telling me back in the day, which was, as old as he is, that
back in my day,
there'd be like a couple, 3, 4, 5,000 people there.
No, not 3, 4, 5,000, maybe 3, but yeah, not to 5,000.
2,500.
Yeah, 2,500 is a good number. There was a shit ton, and they had RTI ramps. It was crazy. They had a logging contest. It was
I haven't been
the Archer Brothers, over by the dam of Meadow Lake. Sure. Archer Brothers that owned Archer Brothers wrecking yard, the Jeep wrecking yard,
San Leandro. Yeah,
it's up there it's near Sacramento. But anyways,
J&W, isn't it?
Yeah. Then there's J&W too. But Archer Brothers, man, they go out in these damn near stalker Jeeps and just beat the living shit out of them because they had a whole bunch of parts back in camp, that they hauled in to sell. It was insane, and it was before competition rock crawling. That's how long ago this was, and they were out there just sending it with semi-stock rigs.
Just gonna send it.
Anyways, great event. You will not be disappointed if you go there, and if you are, then you are not an off-road enthusiast. I can honestly say that. And I will battle you to the death on that.
There you go. So
Lorenzo's just shaking his head right now.
We're going to wrap this pig up, but so you want to get a hold of Jason or I, you can do that, Jason and Chris, or Chris at wheelingwineandwhiskey.com. Don't forget about the Instagram at Wheeling Wine and Whiskey. And, of course, our website, like we mentioned before, www.wheelingwineandwhiskey.com.
You can sign up for Patreon there and get some swag or just check out an episode. All good stuff, man.
Give us feedback. You have any ideas for what you'd like us to talk about?
408-800-5169. 408-800-5169 is the hotline. And, just call in. We're still waiting for Don Happel to call in,
Well, he's still looking for
Mr. Rover
Blanton's.
guy.
He's looking for Blanton's.
Well, if he doesn't call us, he ain't going to get shit.
Well,
just saying.
There ain't no Blantons out there, just so you know.
I got a whole bunch less than 10 feet away from me right now. Just saying. Just saying.
On that note.
All right.
We're out.